Streaming live now on News8000.com. You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now, this weekend.
Good evening and thank you for watching News 8 Now this weekend. I'm Allison Fergit. Breaking news tonight, former President Joe Biden has been diagnosed with an aggressive form of prostate cancer. That cancer has spread to his bones. The diagnosis was made on Friday after the former president reported increased urinary symptoms, which led doctors to find a nodule on his prostate.
And a Gleason 9, which is what the president has, is a very aggressive form of the cancer, which is manifest by the fact that his has already spread to his bones. So it's bone metastatic or stage 4 Gleason 9 prostate cancer.
The 82-year-old left office in January after serving as the nation's oldest-serving president. Questions about health issues and a cognitive decline dominated much of his last year in the White House. His office indicated that the former president and his family are reviewing treatment options with his physicians, and that while his form of cancer is aggressive, it appears to be hormone sensitive, which allows for effective management. Back here in the Coulee region, the Black Hawk Bridge in Lansing, Iowa is closed for emergency inspection. According to the city's Facebook page, a monitoring system detected movement last night that exceeded safety thresholds. The bridge will stay closed while engineers work to determine whether it's safe to reopen. Updates on the situation are expected within the week. Westby residents celebrated Norwegian heritage this weekend with 17. Mai. The annual event commemorates Norway's Constitution Day. Westby has had strong ties to Norway since the first Norwegian settler made his home in the area. Today, people could celebrate with a number of fun activities like a cornhole tournament, a bake sale, and of course, a parade. Vintage and classic motorcycles could be spotted around the Coulee region today for the Distinguished Gentleman's Ride. The worldwide event raises funds and awareness for men's health with a focus on prostate cancer research and mental health initiatives. The ride's host says she hoped the bikers caught people's attention and helped start discussions around men's health.
The point is to be seen. So we want our dapper gentle folk to be out and about, to be seen. If folks say, what the heck is going on? What's that all about? Then we start the conversation. That's what's most important, is starting that conversation.
This is the second year the ride has been in the Coulee region. The ride has tripled in size in that time, and Oliphant Deal hopes it continues to grow. Well, it was a nice day to get outside, but Nicole, it sounds like we have a cool-off on our way.
Yeah, actually most of the week is looking to be pretty cold out there. We're staying below average almost every single day this week with some pretty chilly temperatures coming up, especially as we look towards Tuesday. Tomorrow looking pretty similar to where we were today. Tonight fairly mild as well, because we have that big layer of clouds moving in thanks to a strong system way off to our south. They're pushing clouds all the way up into our neck of the woods, and those storms haven't even reached Iowa yet. So some strong storms to our south, but thankfully we're really not looking at seeing any of that activity in our area for quite some time. Here's those lows tonight. Most of the area actually staying fairly mild in the mid 40s, but some locations north and east of I-94 getting a little bit chilly out there, actually getting close to the mid 30s. So maybe wanting to protect those plants tonight and bringing them in or covering them up, because it could get a little bit chilly out there. Your morning looking to stay fairly cloudy. You could see some breaks in the clouds later in the day, but the main topic of discussion tomorrow is going to be those winds. We have breezy conditions moving in again. Unfortunately, we had a little bit of a break from it today, but it looks like we have some windier days coming up. And like I said, another chance of showers as well. So I'll have all the details coming up in the forecast.
Quite the change up. All right. Thank you, Nicole. Well, today's blue skies made it a great day to enjoy some chicken Q. In Caledonia, the city's ambulance crew hosted its 18th annual Chicken Q to honor EMS Week, which officially starts tomorrow. One of the event's organizers says the event is a great way to meet people in the community while also raising some extra funds.
We like to get out in our community and be able to just interact with the individuals within our service area, and then it gives us an opportunity to fundraise to make sure that we continue to have state-of-the-art, the newest items to be able to give the best EMS service.
The Chicken Q also included a raffle with all the money benefiting Caledonia's emergency medical services. The logging industry is a vital economic force in Wisconsin, with 40% of the Badger State covered in forest. It plays a crucial role in producing everyday items like paper, clothing, and medicines. So it's equally important that forests are properly maintained and regenerated. That's where loggers like the Hakes family from the Chippewa Valley come in.
We're out here to serve the public. We're out here to serve the forest. The way you do things has ramifications for 60, 80, 100 years. So the work we do out here really matters.
Monday at 6 p.m., News 8 Now's Emily Brown embarks deeper into the trade, exploring the myths, the risks, and the rewards of a modern-day logger. Well, a few weeks ago, News 8 Now photographer Bree Gasper joined area veterans on their Freedom Honor Flight. The vets spent the day in Washington, D.C. and visited different memorials along the way. For this week's eyepiece, she shows us a look into the day veterans say they'll never forget.
When you're a career soldier, you get kind of jaded, but when you see this kind of stuff, it changes your whole attitude. I saw a lot of this stuff as a young Army officer, but it's a totally different attitude now that I know what it's all about. I get back, I appreciate it so much more.
People are talking and chatting everywhere, and you hear the guys all laughing and stuff, and it's nice to see, especially after the way the veterans were greeted when they came back from Vietnam, that they've gotten so much more support and they're happier.
And every place we go, we're just celebrated, so it's beautiful. And everybody is so friendly. I mean, everybody, you turn around, everybody's talking to each other. It's just wonderful.
Just encourage any veteran out there to sign up for this. There is a waiting list. It took a couple years to get here, but it's definitely well worth it. I've met some really cool people, and so they should come on down.
Coming up, suspect identified in the Palm Springs bombing. Plus, world leaders meet in Rome for Pope Leo's inaugural Mass.
Founded on hard work, dedication, respect, and integrity, we at Maxwell White understand the importance of home comfort. Maxwell White strives to provide our customers with a positive experience every time. Maxwell White, plumbing done right.
Get 10% off sale prices or no interest for 3 years during the Memorial Day sale at Home Furniture.
At Taco John's, we serve a higher standard of flavor with grilled chicken, creamy fiesta sauce, and always hot potato olays. That's what we call West Mex. Try our freshest lineup yet with a new Fiesta menu only at Taco John's.
Big truck.
College, tuition, bills. Someday I'll get that new truck.
This is just where we're at right now. Someday you'll get that big truck.
We've waited 40 years for this Denali, and it's beautiful. Is the big truck next?
Some kids just never grow up.
Hip, knee, or back pain? See if Arch Supports can help you at the Good Feet store.
The News 8 Plus app. Local news on your time.
Here at Maxwell White, we know how valuable your time is. From issues with your hot water to slower clogged drains, our team is always on time with friendly service and solutions you can trust. Don't wait. Contact Maxwell White. Plumbing done right.
The FBI has identified the suspect in the Palm Springs fertility clinic bombing. They say 25-year-old Guy Bartkiss of 29 Palms, California, was responsible. Officials believe Bartkiss was killed in the explosion and are working to confirm his death. 4 other people were injured in the bombing. According to law enforcement sources, Bartkiss stated in writings or recordings that he was against bringing people into the world against their will. Vice President J.D. Vance and Secretary of State Marco Rubio met with Ukraine's president in Rome today. This comes a day before President Trump is expected to place an important phone call to Russia in an effort to end the war. CBS News' Willie James Inman has the latest on the Trump administration.
The House Budget Committee will meet late Sunday to try to move President Trump's domestic policy bill towards a floor vote. This comes after 5 Republicans blocked the measure on Friday, saying the bill does not go far enough to reduce spending.
We have to deliver on extending the tax cuts, but getting also the spending cuts necessary to get deficits down.
The 5 Republicans voted with all Democrats against the GOP proposal, which includes $880 billion in cuts to social programs. Republicans hope to win approval of the legislation before the Memorial Day recess. Earlier on Sunday, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky met with Vice President J.D. Vance and Secretary of State Marco Rubio in Rome to discuss a potential end to Russia's war with Ukraine. The men were on hand for Pope Leo's Mass at the Vatican. This comes as President Trump is expected to speak with Russian President Vladimir Putin, reportedly to encourage a ceasefire between Russia and Ukraine.
We don't have time to waste, so we don't want to be involved in this process of just endless talks. There has to be some progress, some movement forward. Ultimately, one of the things that could help break this logjam, perhaps the only thing that can, is a direct conversation between President Trump and Vladimir Putin. And he's already openly expressed a desire and a belief that that needs to happen.
The president is expected to speak with President Putin at 10 a.m. Eastern Monday morning. Willie James Inman, CBS News, the White House.
The president is also expected to phone NATO allies tomorrow following his phone call with President Putin. Pope Leo XIV was formally installed as the leader of the Catholic Church today. His inaugural Mass drew thousands of people and was attended by European royalty and world leaders. During the ceremony, Pope Leo received symbols of the pontiff's authority, like a lamb's wool vest symbolizing his role as shepherd, and the ring of the fisherman, which represents the Pope's authority as successor of St. Peter.
It's all about feed my sheep, feed my lambs, be a good shepherd. So it's helping to make the bridge between people and God.
The 69-year-old pontiff is originally from Chicago and holds dual citizenship in the U.S. and Peru. Pope Leo ended Mass by calling for just and lasting peace in Ukraine and offered prayers for Gaza. Still ahead, reducing air pollution could prevent some asthma cases. And if your kid's a picky eater, research is pointing to one way you can help them expand their diet.
Well, the week ahead is looking quite the opposite from where we started May off. Plenty of rain and cooler temperatures are coming for the week ahead. I'll have all the looks at it coming up right after the break.
News 8 Now and Trust Point proudly honored the top graduating seniors from La Crosse area schools at the Honor Student Banquet. These students are outstanding examples of academic excellence, and we're proud of them and their schools. Congratulations to these and all graduating seniors.
It's customer appreciation time at Wesco, and we're saying thank you with exclusive savings on furniture and bedding, and your deal is just one spin away. Every spin wins, whether you're upgrading your bedroom or furnishing your dream living room. Now's the perfect time to save in style. Your home, your style, your savings, your Wesco. Stop in and spin before this deal rolls away. And don't forget to tell them Peyton sent you.
Style or substance. Somehow, it became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra. Or get 0.9% APR on 2025 Sierra 1500 models. Or get over $5,300 total value on select Sierra 1500 models.
All right, everybody. I know it's easy to forget things, but we don't want you to miss this new deal from US Cellular. Save big with our best price ever. Just $15 a line when you get 4 lines.
Ooh, I can save enough to buy a gift for my understanding wife.
Sorry, I'm late. Ooh, that's a great deal. I have a facial. This was fun.
Oh, come on. You have flowers?
Save big with our best price ever. Just $15 a line when you get 4 lines. US Cellular, built for us.
The most important value at Schwebel Getz & Sieben is our commitment to our clients.
Schwebel Getz & Sieben is 100% committed. They're there from start to finish.
My team at Schwebel Getz & Sieben was incredibly responsive.
They did a great job for us from the beginning to the end.
They had a plan from the first meeting on how they were going to handle our case.
They really were on top of everything. They left nothing to chance.
Call Schwebel Getz & Sieben or visit us at schwebel.com for a free consultation.
News 8 Now and Trust Point proudly honored the top graduating seniors from La Crosse area schools at the Honor Student Banquet. These students are outstanding examples of academic excellence, and we're proud of them and their schools. Congratulations to these and all graduating seniors.
Proper installation of your new windows make a difference. The team at Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions are factory trained to make sure your windows are installed to last. Call or stop into the showroom for your free estimate.
Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
1 in 10 cases of asthma among children could be prevented by simultaneously reducing pollution and improving the environment in cities. A study by the Karolinska Institute found air pollution and the lack of green spaces in urban environments are a major factor in kids developing asthma. If those factors were addressed, 11% of childhood asthma cases could be prevented. The stress of the death of a loved one or a divorce, also known as broken heart syndrome, can lead to heart complications and even death. The American Heart Association found a surge of stress hormones caused by an emotionally traumatic event can lead to severe short-term heart failure. The rate of death is 6.5% and is twice as high in men. One way to get teens who are picky eaters to expand their diets? School lunches. A study by the University of Bristol found kids who chose their own lunches at school had a more varied diet than kids who ate lunches packed at home. The data also showed that kids who were picky eaters as toddlers often stayed picky into their teen years. Well, even if you are picky about the weather, you'd have to admit it was pretty nice out today. But it looks like some colder temps are coming soon. Let's send it over to Nicole for our forecast.
Yeah, the main story of this forecast is really going to be the big change from the first half of the month. We were well above average almost every single day to start the month off, and now we have the exact opposite pattern going on, staying below average every day this week. We do have signs of warming in time for Memorial Day weekend, but it looks like we'll still be at least a few degrees below average, but an improvement from where we're going tomorrow. Staying similar to where we were today. Again, not too cold out there, but definitely a big change from where we were this time last week. Most of the area sitting in the low 60s, 63 in La Crosse, 61 in Eau Claire for your high. The main story, though, really going to be those winds. We got a break from it today. We had a pretty breezy stretch to finish last week out. Had a break today, but those winds are coming back pretty strong, especially as we go into tomorrow afternoon and the evening hours. These are just your sustained winds, so we're not even including gusts quite yet. Blowing out of the east, we're seeing windy conditions ramp up in the evening hours where we could be blowing near 20 miles an hour across the area. Now looking at wind gusts, it's still breezy in the morning hours, but you can really start to see those start to increase after the afternoon and even looking towards the evening hours where some locations could be gusting closer to 30, if not above 30 miles an hour by the evening. And we're really not looking at that toning down at all either. Those will stay strong throughout the night and even last through the next couple days afterwards. So a little bit of a breezy first half of the week, but with that wind comes some rain as well. We have a pretty strong system off to our south that we saw earlier, bringing those clouds in tonight. It could bring a few sprinkles throughout the day tomorrow. However, the main load of that precipitation is really holding off until Tuesday. So let's take a look at it. Seeing those clouds slightly increase into the morning hours. Could see some light showers off to our west, but they really break apart by the time they get into our area. Maybe seeing some sun poking out tomorrow in the afternoon, and then more clouds roll in with the possibility of some scattered showers within those by the early evening times, although still some question on if those actually make it and stay alive once they get into our area once again. Still seeing those isolated scattered shower chances until we get into early Tuesday morning. That's when we really start to see that widespread swath of rain start to enter into the area, getting to La Crosse in the early morning hours, holding off to get to the I-94 corridor until a little bit later in the day, and that will make a slight impact on the area's rainfall totals. Otherwise, it really starts to break up by the evening hours on Tuesday. We could actually see a little bit of a dry stretch as we go into the evening before we start to see more scattered or isolated chances pick back up again and last throughout the nighttime and even lasting into early Wednesday morning. However, this stuff is looking a lot lighter and a lot more scattered in nature, so really staying mostly dry on Wednesday, apart from a few scattered chances again going throughout the day and into the afternoon, mainly looking at that rain lasting into the morning hours though. So here's a look at those rain totals with this entire system. This is taking us through the next 5 days. Again, the majority of it is falling near and south of I-90, where some folks could be seeing upwards of 1 to even close to 2 inches of rainfall throughout this period. Areas closer to I-94 a little bit less, but we're still seeing at least some amounts of rainfall, and we've been well below average as far as rain goes for the month of May, so I'm sure a lot of us are looking forward to seeing this good amount of rainfall, and it looks like everyone will at least see some form of it as we go throughout the first half of the week. After that, we're still holding on to those breezier conditions on Thursday, but then we'll see a slow warm up by the time we get into the holiday weekend, probably getting close to 70 degrees. That's still going to be below average, but definitely definitely a lot warmer than we're going to be the beginning of this week. So a good change.
Seeing that 100% chance of rain on Tuesday, just have to remind ourselves it's going to lead to some beautiful blossoming flowers.
I like the rain. It could be a cozy day to stay inside, but we have sun coming in time for the holidays.
Thank
so that'll
goodness.
Be good.
All right, thank you, Nicole. And coming up next in sports, UWL baseball plays for a spot in the Division III Super Regionals. Plus, the La Crescent Lancer girls flag football team was in action. See how they did on their home field. Kate has the highlights after the break.
Uncover the truth about Wisconsin's logging industry. Dive in as we explore the myths, the risks, and the rewards of being a modern-day logger, a business that is surprisingly alive and well. Monday at 6 on News 8.
During Home's Memorial Day sale, get your choice of an extra 10% off sale prices, like this Blake sofa, now just $8.99. Or pay no interest for 3 years during the Memorial Day sale, going on now at Home Furniture.
You can really taste the hickory on this Arby's 6-hour smoked pulled pork.
You know, I always thought your best quality was your flavor palette.
Well, you know, people think I'm funny, too.
Nah, it's your palate.
What?
Arby's, we have the meat.
For over 25 years, Window World's provided quality products for homeowners around the country, including windows and doors. Every window we sell is custom made for optimal energy efficiency and superior durability. Plus, a vinyl finish means they'll never need painting. Just like our windows, entry doors from Window World are made to last, featuring a durable fiberglass construction that provides up to 4 times the insulation value of wood. When it comes time for new windows or doors, trust America's exterior remodeler. Trust Window World.
Dahl Honda is proud to sponsor News 8 Now's Top-Notch Teacher Program. It's always a highlight of our month to recognize the top-notch teacher and thank them for all they do for our students in school. Dahl Honda values the great work all teachers do for our children and community. If you know a teacher who deserves top-notch teacher recognition, please nominate them. Thank you, teachers, for going above and beyond and providing a top-notch education.
Keeping you safe and ahead of the storm with current conditions and updated video forecasts from the local team that warns you first. The News 8 Now First Warn Weather app, giving you more than what you'd expect. Get it now. No, seriously, like, right now.
Don't miss Home Seasonal Concepts Memorial Day patio sale. Get 10% off sale prices like this Thomas Cole dining set for $11.99 and top patio brands Homecrest and Tropitone. Or choose no interest for 3 years. The Memorial Day patio sale at Home Seasonal Concepts.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community. Here's News 8 Now Sports with Kate Overton.
Championship Sunday for the NCAA Division III Baseball Regionals. UW La Crosse taking on Claremont Mudd Scripps. UWL needs a win to advance, and CMS needs 2. Let's go to Copeland Park. Game 1 action, and the Stags wasting no time. Bryce Didrikson with 2 runners on. Lines went out to left. That scores a run. CMS with an early lead. They would score another on a walk, but in the bottom of the first, the Eagles answer. Man on second for George Seaman, and he unloads on this pitch deep to right. It's not even close. A 2-run shot ties the game at 2. But from there, it was all CMS. Alex Henderson at the plate, and he crushes this one to right field. That clears the fence for a home run. He would have 3 of them in game 1 as the Stags stay alive. They take it 11-2, the final. So that takes us to a winner-take-all game 2. CMS up against UWL, and the Stags offense picked up where they left off. Dylan Martin with 2 runners on, a base hit up the middle. That scores 2 as CMS takes a 3-0 lead. Later, more Stags. Ryder Gordon, all of this pitch deep to left, and it's off the wall. That brings in another run. Stags go up big, and for the Eagle offense, not a lot going for them on this one, striking out 14 times as Claremont gets the win 6-2, and UWL season comes to an end. All right, last year, the La Crescent girls flag football team was one of 4 teams to join a league as they are on a mission to sanction the sport in the state of Minnesota. This year, the league is up to 51, and the Lancers are off to a dominant start to the season. Let's go across the river. A huge crowd out to see the action as the Lancers looking to keep their unbeaten season alive. Let's pick it up in the second half. Pine Island back to throw, but Cammie Esser is going to jump the pass for an interception. Lancers would later score, and on the next defensive possession, it's Esser again. Another interception. She was everywhere on defense. Now for the Lancer offense, they were dominant. Eve Cody back to pass, finds Savannah Klinsky, who makes the catch and scores. Then on the conversion, Cody dropping back again and finds Anna Klinsky making the toe tap catch. What a grab. Later, Lancers on offense again, and this time they hand it off to Charlie Gilly, and she goes up the middle, and she is gone. This one, all a Crescent. They win big 72-12. They would also win over Farmington 56-24. Brewers trying to snap the Twins' 13-game win streak. Second inning, 2 men on for Sal Frelick, and he gets one past the infield. That scores a run. Milwaukee jumps out in front. Then in the third inning, bases juice for Isaac Collins, and he goes back up the middle. That's down in center field. 2-run score. Brewers go up 3. Twins trying to make a comeback. Nobody on base for Royce Lewis, and he's going to take Freddie Peralta deep. That's a solo shot. Twins make it 4-1. All right, let's go to the 8th inning. Now 4-2, and a man on for Lewis, and Lewis again high and deep to center field. But oh my, Jackson Churio goes up and takes away a home run. What a play. Milwaukee would go on to snap Minnesota's win streak 5-2, the final. We had the PGA Championship earlier today, and the best golfer in the world is on top once again. Scottie Scheffler finished his 4-round total 11 under par and would win by 5 strokes. It wasn't really that close. It's his first PGA Championship win and his 3rd major title overall, and he's taken home $3.42 million. In the NBA playoffs this afternoon, the Oklahoma City Thunder took down the Denver Nuggets in a crucial Game 7 as the Thunder now advance to the Western Conference Finals, where they'll face the Minnesota Timberwolves. These two teams split the season series 2-2, but the playoffs bring a whole new level. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander up against Anthony Edwards. It's going to be a lot of fun. Game 1 set for Tuesday, May 20th at 7:30 p.m. on ESPN. And boy, we've also got the Knicks and the Pacers on the other side.
Gosh.
4 teams who haven't won a title in a really long time, so I can't wait.
Oh yeah, it's going to be super exciting. I'm going to be rooting for my Minnesota Timberwolves. Now that the Bucks are out, you have to keep it regional. So, all right.
All right, we'll have more news after the break.
Ready for a better career with excellent pay, benefits, and work-life balance? Chart Industries is hiring fabricators. Join the team that's shaping the future and providing awesome pay and excellent benefits. Apply today at jobs.chartindustries.com.
There's a reason Chevy is called the heartbeat of America. A heartbeat strong, steady, unwavering. Like the people who keep this country moving. For them, only America's most dependable truck will do. In every Chevy truck, like every Chevy driver, dependability comes standard.
Now, well-qualified buyers can get 0.9% financing for 60 months on this Silverado. That's over $6,600 in average finance savings. Visit HometownChevy.com.
Kick off your summer right with big seasonal savings at Fleet Farm. Kingsford 16-pound 2-packs of charcoal briquettes are just $17.99. Suffolk's braided fishing line is only $7.99 a spool. And get a free $25 gift card with every $100 you spend on select Columbia apparel and footwear. For more of the hottest summer specials at the best prices guaranteed, stop by your local Fleet Farm or check out our weekly ad at fleetfarm.com.
It's always been there. His love of the outdoors. Some days, you wonder if it might be his calling. Truth is, you know that the things he's passionate about today will build the foundation of what he does tomorrow and possibly inspire a new journey. All he needs now is a way to make it happen. We are the Universities of Wisconsin. 13 universities. Unlimited opportunity.
Don't wait to improve your sleep. Save big on top mattress brands during the Memorial Day sales event. Get savings on trusted Sealy support, the latest innovations from Tempur-Pedic, and the luxurious comfort of Stearns & Foster. Stop into Slumberland Furniture today to take advantage of these amazing offers. Hurry in today to shop our large display of Tempur-Pedic, Sealy, and Stearns & Foster mattresses during our Memorial Day sales event. Slumberland. Stop stressing, start sleeping.
Ready for a better career with excellent pay, benefits, and work-life balance? Chart Industries is hiring fabricators. Join the team that's shaping the future and providing awesome pay and excellent benefits. Apply today at jobs.chartindustries.com.
Well, this was certainly long awaited. The children of a late Iowa veteran accepted their father's degree from Iowa State University 73 years after his last class.
Well, I'm more than satisfied.
Chris Carroll and his sister, Mary Jo Johnson, are proud to accept their father, Raymond Carroll's college diploma.
Pretty excited. Yeah, it's been a long time coming.
Chris says his father attended Iowa State University after serving in the Army Air Corps. He took classes in 1945, 1946, and in 1952. The Army veteran passed away in 1966 at the age of 40.
I didn't expect to have them posthumously give him a diploma, so I'm pleased with that.
For Chris, the journey to find out if his father had enough credits to graduate started in 1989.
It's kind of on a bucket list of curiosities to investigate what the story was.
He says he ran into several dead ends, and even though his father had many credits, it's not clear why he never received a degree. But more than 3 decades later, Chris was able to have a conversation with the dean of the School of Agriculture and Life Sciences.
I said, well, this is what I'm after, and information, and this is what we're gonna do what we can to help you with that.
Help that culminated Friday at Spring Convocation 2025.
Most people wouldn't expect to see a diploma for someone that's been last class taken 73 years ago.
Chris and Mary Jo are glad he never stopped asking questions about their father's credits. They believe Raymond Carroll is smiling.
I'm sure he would be happy if that's what he wanted.
What a great story. We'll be right back with the final check on your forecast after this.
During Home's Memorial Day sale, get your choice of an extra 10% off sale prices, like this Blake sofa, now just $8.99. Or pay no interest for 3 years during the Memorial Day sale, going on now at Home Furniture.
Wherever you are in Wisconsin, there's a free and confidential Aging and Disability Resource Center, ADRC, or Tribal Partner Agency. We're here for older adults, adults with disabilities, and your families. ADRCs are a bridge to support for benefits and financial assistance, transportation, in-home care, and more. Get to know your local ADRC and connect with resources now. Call toll-free 1-844-WIS-ADRC or go to findmyadrc.org.
Every big dream requires investment. Investment of your thought and planning, hard work, and valuable time. It also helps to invest in a partner you can depend on to guide you every step of the way. TrustPoint has proudly served as that partner for more than 100 years. From investment management to retirement planning, business transitions to giving back to the causes you care about, our services are designed to help you meet your financial goals because we're as committed to making them real as you are. TrustPoint, invested in you.
At Wisconsin Veterinary Orthopedics, our goal is to help you and your pet in times of need. We specialize in the gold standard for cruciate ligament repair, the TPLO.
I was amazed to see Bear up and running again so soon. They really took good care of him.
Piper had TPLO surgery and is already running again weeks later.
Fetch made possible, one knee at a time. Contact Dr. Mark Hine at Wisconsin Veterinary Orthopedics for an orthopedic consultation today.
At US Cellular, you can get the amazing new iPhone 16 on us, plus $300 off any iPad, like iPad Air.
That is a great deal. And now an unprompted song to express my excitement.
Just know both devices have Apple Intelligence with Genmoji to express yourself.
iPhone 16 stuns. iPad Air waits in the glow. Sweet.
We should start a band.
Yeah.
Get iPhone 16 on us. No trade-in or plan requirements, plus $300 off any iPad. US Cellular, built for us.
Don't miss Home Seasonal Concepts Memorial Day patio sale. Get 10% off sale prices like this Thomas Cole dining set for $11.99 and top patio brands Homecrest and Tropitone. Or choose no interest for 3 years. The Memorial Day patio sale at Home Seasonal Concepts.
Well, we have a cool start to the week. Some breezier conditions moving in as well, especially tomorrow and Tuesday. Windy for really the first half of the week and then slowly warming for Memorial Day weekend. Maybe a chance for some rain, but hopefully nothing too bad. I'm really focusing on those temperatures, though. At least we'll be back in the 70s by the time that we have that long weekend. A lot better than the
Get rid of that
Definitely go.
high of 51. I can't. I can't.
Got to get
handle
an
that.
umbrella out for this week.
For sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, thank you for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow.